Okay, hello. This is week 3 of VideOOC Employee ID's online course in video editing. We tried this earlier on and we had problems, so I said I would go through it, broadcast it live, and record it and reshare it so that we can have a copy of this first tutorial. So the trouble with doing things live is you can't go back and edit them. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you, and hopefully that will be the easiest way to do things. Okay, I'm going to go for entire screen because I want to swap from one browser to another window partway through this rather than coming back in and out again. Just a note for technical ideas. Okay, share. Let's see what happens. How exciting. So, I'll start with sharing what I want to do today. Well, now that's just a lovely pose, isn't it? Right, so today is about how to use Movie Maker, just basics. And slight recap from last week, we talked about adding new members. We'd like to add new members. That's great. If people want to come along, that's fine. We will keep internal things on Talk Reflect. So I've started a couple of threads on Talk Reflect for you to comment on. There's one here about the tools and platforms, and another one about the sort of pedagogical aspects of learning, being a student and being a tutor, being a lurker on courses like this. And if we're doing it right, if we're doing it wrong, what we can improve. Okay, so last week I had another tech fail, so Pablo took over and hopefully should have talked to you about how you frame your shots and things like that. So just a reminder, the employee ID MOOC pages, you go to VideoOOC. So the first week, planning, the second week, shooting. So here there was information about framing, about where in the screen focus should be, things like that, and some info about audio. So don't forget to have a look through these. But there were a lot of questions last week when I listened to the playback about the storyboards. So in week 1 on storyboarding, if you scroll down past the pretty pictures, the first activity here, so some example videos there, and then there's info on how to storyboard, and here's a tutorial. There are cartoon examples of storyboards and step-by-step on how to do it. And if you go back to the week 2 page with the other topics, week 1 page, at the bottom, scroll down, under resources, there are printable storyboard templates. So there are lots of templates to suit lots of different eventualities, whatever you want to storyboard. Of course, you can use these for anything that doesn't have to be for video, but there are hundreds there. So the link is at the bottom of week 1 planning. I've put it somewhere a bit more obvious if you're struggling to find it. In fact, there is a DGO bookmark list here. So if I put all the links for things that we've found useful here, then they'll all be in one place and I can share that with you. Okay, so first thing we need to know is how to transfer video from your camera or your computer or whatever and actually get it into your editing software. So I'm using iMovie today. When you open your iMovie up, if you've got the most recent version, it looks a bit like this. If you haven't, it looks a bit different. It's all the same thing. You might have boxes in one place or another. So you can either use across the top, if you click on File and Import Media, that will take you to the folders on your computer and you can import from there, or you can just click the great big arrow, which isn't on the old version, but it is on this version. And from there, you can find anywhere where you've stored. I should have set this up earlier, shouldn't I? Put them all in the same place. Okay, so anywhere where you've stored video. So I'm going to have that one. Ah, okay. So here's some I imported earlier. Wasn't quite what I wanted to show you. But basically, you click on the import button, you find the bits you want here. Play around, find the bits you want, and then click import, and they will go into your screen. This is one I was working on yesterday, so it looks a bit different. I might have to do this all over again. And then you can drag your clips into your timeline. Of course, all my clips are in this timeline, so they're not up there anymore. Can I get rid of it? No. Right. Let's try this again. Okay, let's start again. Let's start with a new movie, so I haven't got all that rubbish from yesterday. So you want File, New Movie, and then you can choose a theme. Sometimes these do look better, like the film strip one is highly recommended, especially if you've got different orientations of film. But for now, I'm just going to go for no theme. Maybe 2, give it a name, okay. Oh, right, so these are my little bits of video that I've imported. So if I wanted to import more, go back to the big button, find something, click import, and it would appear here in this box here. Okay, if you just click, you get a section highlighted. You can make it a bigger section or a smaller section. Take your time with it. It doesn't always do exactly what you want it to do. Drag it down slowly. And there it is in your timeline. So this is at the start of my video. Now I don't want all 15 seconds. So I'm going to click at the end here. And I'm going to make it stop after Okay, so you can see here it says that I've shortened it by 7 seconds, and here is how long the actual clip is. So I only want it to be 5 seconds long, so I'm going to go all the way along here to 5, 3, 2, 1, there. Okay, so, and then after that, I want to have this picture of me here. So highlight that. I've highlighted the whole thing because I want all 4 seconds. Slowly drag, drop it into your timeline. And then I've imported a picture. The picture will automatically display for 10 seconds. Sorry, I haven't got that. I'm going to put the picture there. Okay, so now my video, play in this top window. So I've got 5 seconds of my computer screen, 4 seconds of me looking at my computer screen, and then a nice picture that I found on Pixabay. I'm not following a storyboard, obviously. I'm just showing you how to put different bits of clip in the timeline here. Okay, now, and that's enough of that one for now. I'm gonna close that and go back to the video that I'd like to show you, or part of a video that I'd like to show you, which is on editing movie with iMovie. So it's going to recap getting the footage actually onto your machine, and then there'll be some info about how to edit it. Let's make it nice and big for you.
Hi, I'm Matt from Vimeo. Today I'm going to show you how to make a short video called a 5x5 in the editing program iMovie. A 5x5 is one of the quickest and easiest video projects you can try, and there are tons of great examples on Vimeo. All you have to do is take 5 video clips. The footage you use is up to you. Trim each one down to just 5 seconds in length, and then put them all together into one 25-second video. It's easy. I'll show you how. The first thing we want to do is take the clips from our camera and put them on our computer. There's a couple ways we can do this. First, you can use a USB cord to connect your camera to your computer. You can plug it right in and turn the camera on. Or if you'd like, you can take the memory card out of your camera and put it into your computer's card slot if it has one. Once you've connected your camera or inserted your memory card, you'll then need to transfer your video clips onto your computer. So we'll just go to our desktop, open it, and select our camera or memory card icon here. We can see that all the clips are in this folder, so I'll just select it and drag it onto the desktop. It'll need some time to copy over, and it should be ready soon. Great, now we can get started in iMovie. iMovie has 3 main windows that you'll be working with. The project library, which is where you will keep your videos when you will be editing, the viewer, which is where you will view the videos as you edit, and the timeline, which is where you will be making the edits to the video. Once we open iMovie, we are going to go up to File, then Import, then Movies. iMovie will give you 2 options for video resolution. Choose whichever one works best with your footage. Your best bet is to work with the footage in its original size. I have already put the videos I want to use in their own folder on my computer, but I still need to import the footage into iMovie to be able to edit it. So I will highlight all of the footage and click Create New Event. Events are what iMovie refers to as video projects. Give your event a title, in this case something like 5x5, and then click Import. By importing, you are loading a copy of the video footage into iMovie so you can edit it. You are only editing a copy of the footage, so you don't have to worry about making any mistakes and deleting something forever. Don't be afraid to play around. Importing your footage may take a bit of time depending on how large the video files are and how many you are importing into iMovie. Once importing is finished, we can begin working on the edit. During this time, it might be a good idea to get a drink of water, or maybe a juice, or maybe just want to sit here with me and reflect on your life choices.
Okay, so I just pause it there because just to remind you that that is a slightly different version of iMovie. So if it's not exactly what you're seeing on your screen, don't worry, but it still works. You still follow the same processes. Okay, so once you've got your bits imported, you can start trimming and cutting the ends off and making your your clips the length that you want them to be.
When you open up iMovie, your timeline is in the top left window. The timeline is where you do the actual editing of your video. If you'd like, you can click the swap icon and it will switch places with the event library, which is where your imported footage is held. I like to click it sometimes over and over again and pretend like I'm traveling through a vortex. When you click on a video file in the event library, iMovie selects 4 seconds of it and highlights it in yellow. You can make this highlighted selection larger or smaller by dragging the yellow tabs on either end of the highlight. To put the clip into your timeline, simply click the highlighted portion and drag it into the timeline. So because it's a 5x5, I am making all of the clips in the timeline 5 seconds long. Once you have your clips in the timeline, you can rearrange the clips any way you want by clicking on them and dragging them around.
Okay, so we'll leave that there till next week. But if you go to the link where this is, there is sort of written out instructions on how to do that as well if you get stuck. Okay, so now you should be able to import the video that you filmed onto your computer and get it into iMovie, and also trim the clips you want and put them in order in the timeline, which is roughly where we want to be. If you haven't taken your, you haven't shot your footage yet, or if you're doing a mix-up of sort of audio, not sort of filming yourself live, which might be easier, there is some public domain footage on a website called orangehd.com, which is up here. So it's Creative Commons 0, so it's, as long as you don't use the footage exactly as it is, I think that's the... Oh no, you can do absolutely anything with it, as long as it's non-commercial. You can use whatever you like. There are lots of different videos. It's very easy to just download it straight to your computer, and then you can use that, so it's just like stock photos, but it's stock video instead. So you could use this if you wanted just some filling footage or just something to play around with. So you find the bit you want, click on download, get a video of a Christmas tree, shopping centre, or I like the sky one, there are some nice bits. Okay, so we've done transferring files, video, getting video off your phone. Sometimes that can be tricky. I think my default, because it works on all models, is to email the video from your phone to yourself. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to confuse people by showing the Movie Maker version as well. So let's stop screen sharing and go back to me. Okay, so hopefully anyone using iMovie is up to speed with VideoOOC week 1, and I will do a very similar thing for Windows Movie Maker and share that too. Okay, see you soon. Bye-bye.